Hey Catherine, I'm just gonna show you how the experiment gonna work. So I already set up the observation method. In this case, it's a bright field, and also set up the well navigator. Don't worry about the setup because when you set up, you can pretty much save the config or the patterns into a file, and next time you just open it. For example, I already made a template for the 12 well plastic bottom. If you just load this one, and you will see the well is organized in this way. And if from this stage you don't really need to operating the microscope use the controller, you can just operating from the software. If you can see the microscope, as I click on each of the individual well, the microscope will be moved into exactly the center of this well, and then you can set up your scanning pattern. And in this case, we want to scan the full well. So you just click apply the pattern. After you apply the pattern, you can jump into another page to have a look. So this red circle indicating the well, and all the little blue squares is each individual frame. You cover the whole well. Once you set it up, and again, already we set up the observation method, etc. You can load your experiment, which is I built here. As I said, you only need to build it once. Afterwards, you can save it as a standard experiment. Every time you run it, you can just reload it. So for this experiment, we try to scan the whole well just with one channel, use the autofocus strategy. So the trouble is, for your sample is sitting on the plastic plate, you can only use a kind of slow focus strategy to make it focus properly. So if we pull out the live window, and we can see the sample is not in focus for now. By the way, this is just some like a dirty water. You fine tune the sample in focus, and you go to here, find the offset, and you modify it in this way. You're happy with the exposure time, etc. And now you just start. So there is no Z stack involved in this setting. It's just a single layer. Then you can see it down here. Probably a bit difficult for you to see it. So to cover the whole well, you need 1,796 frame of image. And because we set it up in a fairly slow focus strategy, it's gonna take half an hour to cover this whole well. And if you zoom in as the image is going, and you can see the image is pretty much in focus, you can preview it as you go. I hope you will appreciate there's not much shading there. We can do a bit of shading correction if there indeed a bit of shading. If we zoom the image to the 100%, which is the true resolution of the image. This is how much you can see. It's only part of the image, and this is a scale bar here. It's a 50 micron. As the scanning is going to the middle, you can see it's a little bit dark on the outside and a little bit bright of the inside. That's just because the light, the sample, like for the well, because this is a really old well. To be honest, all the stuff that dried out the inside. I just poured a bit of water in it. So this is how it goes with this plastic. When it's finished, eventually it will generate a one big image stitched together as a circle to cover the whole well.